B. All right, I don't know. Let me update the game. I don't care about globe. Screw you. Oh. I don't know. Did I like accidentally make this? Um. Oh, hello, deck auto. Hola. I don't know. I'm just playing random levels because I'm bored. Yeah, I should probably just play Legions, I guess. Um. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I just started from not knowing what I'm supposed to do. I just did stuff. I just felt like it. Ah, okay. Anyways, I kind of feel like just making a random layout. You beat Bloodbath for a second time because you're bored. I'm bored, but I can't beat Bloodbath the second time because I'm not a top player by any means. Wait, you know what would be a good idea? Yeah, I want to remake one of the main levels. Wait, give me an idea for a main level to remake. I really want to remake a main level. That'd be funny. Chat, should I remake base after base? Cause like no one ever plays that level. Let me just base. Base. Let me change song to something without copyright. Yeah, SD Slayer. Dry out. Or I'll remake dry. I'll remake dry out. Honestly, that peak. Dry out's peak. I like dry out. Alright. Alright, let me just find a remix for dry out that isn't copyrighted. I don't feel like losing everything. Dry out. Yeah, Shaw remake dry out. I will. Dry out. Everything needs to be SD Slayer acapella. Alright, so let's play dry to get a feel of it, because I've not played dry in time. I'll see. Okay, I'm not using this song. I'm not using the acapella thing. Der, Peter Griffin remix. I gotta hear this. I gotta hear this. Okay, that's a really bad remix. I gotta find a good remix. Zendrick? Who's Zendrick? Alright, yeah, I'll use this. I'll use this. Okay, layout. Let me play Dry Out first to get a feel of the level. Alright. It's very simple. Ooh, this is peak. Wait, this is kind of peak. Wait, it's the 2 pads and orbs in the entire level. This level plays really well. I really like this level. This level's peak. Okay, I think I'm gonna start it the same way with the double spike and that. Guess I'm gonna buff it a little bit. Alright. Alright, so this is gonna be buff dry up though. It's gonna be like 6 stars. So with the background color though. I think that's the background color dry out. That's about it. Same thing for the ground. Alright, so we got dry out. Wrong song. But still Stereo Madness. Could let me change the song to Dry Out to be really nice. Nope, nope, copyright, no, bad. No, copyright, no. I don't want copyright. Copyright's scary. Out. Okay, please let me select something. So can I do the... Okay, so let me do that. Will it let me do this? No. You know, it'd be really nice if it'd be really nice if I could actually select Dry Out as this. Whatever. I'll say bye. Okay, now I'm going to just... Can I play your new level? Sure, I don't care. Nah. Guy or Allegiance? You know... Nothing is ever beating the peak of Gummy Bear. I'll put the piano cover. This shouldn't be copyrighted. The entire point of using piano cover is because it isn't copyright. Thank you. Okay. So, Dry Out starts with a spot thing here. I'm gonna start it the same way, except it's gonna be bit buffed. Okay, so let me just put a thing of Dry Out. I gotta get it fresh in my head again. I the attention span of a goldfish. So you get a good like, hold on, 1, 2. You get like a good 2.5 seconds before you have to actually click. So I'm gonna try to do the same thing with that. So 1, 2. Right here is gonna be the first click. Okay, so the same thing with the block too. Except it's just gonna be that. Then I'm pretty sure normal dry has like something like this here. We have to like. Okay, I want to put like a orb here because why not? So where you still have to click there. That's good, Chronicle. It's gonna be a really shitty layout, by the way. So we have that. Obviously, we're gonna delete this and make this is just gonna be 1.0 style. I don't know if I'll decorate it any further. I'm assuming I won't though, because I'm me and I'm too lazy to do anything. Alright, so we're gonna keep these though. I think we're gonna do the classic Stereo Madness thing too, so like that. Obviously, we get to space it out a bit more. Okay, let me go back to dry out. I'm gonna look at a video of dry out actually. Dry out. Alright, let me just look at the structuring of the level. Gotta, know how the level looks. Alright, so I have it pulled up on the side. Alright. So let me turn the volume a bit. Alright, so Alright, so I'm gonna have you drop here. You're gonna have to just do 2 of these pillars, like, in the normal level, except in the normal level they're a bit nerfed, but alright. So I think I have a good idea of like how the structuring is. You're only viewer, no, you're not. It glitched, yeah. So I'm gonna have like a structure on top, kind of just like a buff that isn't actually a buff, just to have something in the level. Because dry has a lot of these structures, so I'm gonna do that. Also, can't use any custom colors. Yeah, it doesn't actually add much difficulty. I'll make it actually. I'll just make it 1 and put it in the center. Just because some idiot's gonna be like, "Oh, it's too hard." Durr. Even though this is buffed tryout. So you're gonna go here. There's gonna be structured here, and then gonna drop down. I shouldn't hit an orb on the way down, so you can make it to this. There's gonna be the structure over here that's in the actual level, and then fill in the entire ground, except for that little section where it's just gonna be that. You and Ritual Dash are the only ones here. No, you're not. There's Kron deck and there's Kron too. Let me put this more structuring in here. Yeah, do you think this is gonna come out good? All right, so we have that. So we have some structuring. We'll look at the normal level again. So it gets like a bit darker as you go on it. I just noticed. So it's like hold on. So from here, it starts getting a bit darker of a red. I'm gonna just do that. Background. It's gonna go to like more of that red. I'm like after like in like 3 seconds. All right, let's see. Does it actually do that though? Actually, really slowly fades out to a blue. That's really interesting. I'm gonna do that. Like fade out over like 5 seconds. A very slight blue. So like, I'm gonna go here, and it's gonna be like darker, like that color. I think we're gonna paste that for the ground too. G1. Yeah, that works. That's like the normal level. Alright, so it doesn't fully work though. I'm gonna move this back a little. Alright, chat. This is kind of peak. What's good, Relic? By the way, this is just a stream where I'm streaming for the sake of streaming. I don't really have a plan. I'm just making a remake of Dry Out currently. Okay, I like the idea of you having to go through a triple spike here. I'm gonna do that. There you go. So I'm gonna have it go up here. Like, I want to try to make this kind of feel like a Rob Top level too. So you're gonna have to go here. Let me fix this structure too. This is a really bad structure. There you go. So you also have to copy and paste a bit more. And just for the sake of doing that, so I have to put bigger structuring too. There, it looks a little more fill now. Okay, so that also makes this physically impossible. I'm gonna remove this, so you don't have to click. You just have to go through 2 spikes there. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. You stay in streams, you're in the walls? Okay. The voice guy, he's playing 10 years as long as the first page, so... You're cooked. You're on your own, buddy. I'm just remaking Dry. I'm just a chill guy. Remaking Dry, so... Okay, so a common thing in Dry is you have to go up the like slab things. Oh, it's so hard to find. Okay, so we're gonna have to do that too. So but it's gonna be like these, because Drought makes you go up fast. If I pull it off, it should make you do that. Okay, so obviously it should not be there yet. I'm gonna have it start after. Oops. Okay. Let me go back to the part. Oops. Not mean to click this random video. Alright, so from here it starts to change. Okay, so we're gonna have these change actually over 10. Because that's what it wants. Let me just... 10. So very slowly starts changing. So by then it's actually like blue when it comes. Okay. Actually kind of looks good though. Nah, this is kind of bad. So let me change the base to these two. Black. Wrong thing. The base. detail block. There you go. So obviously can't do this, so I'm gonna move these one over. Let's see. I'm gonna put a start position here. Where do you have like a bit of a break? You can, okay, sure. I'm gonna put a thing here because I wanted to feel like Drive, but I wanted to have more variety. Obviously, there's gonna be more pads because Drive does not have like Drive has like 2 objects total. Okay, so you're gonna drop down. So dun dun dun. So now you're gonna have another one of you're gonna have to jump here. You're gonna go up here now. You have to go a really tall one. Let's do that. All right, so now we're gonna copy and paste this here and do the one more time up here. Yeah, this is the it's gotta feel like Rob Top made it. Oh, let me look at Dried again. Okay. I'm gonna actually start it here. You have to like immediately jump after. I'm gonna put spikes too. Just so you like you know how you have to move after. I'm gonna put star position here though to make sure. Okay, so you're gonna have to go like here, but you're gonna drop down, do something like this. Okay, so I'm looking at Drought right now. You have to use the grid blocks. I don't know what to call these. I just call these the grid blocks. You're gonna go like this for a bit. And you have 2 spikes there. And with it has a thing in the center here. I'm gonna make that taller. Yeah, I think this looks pretty good. I think this we're kind of cooking. You live in my walls? Okay. Let me watch the level again real quick. I'm actually gonna extend this by 1. So by the end of it, it should be at the dun dun dun. I'm gonna actually extend this by 1 again. There we go. And I'm gonna move this one. And once you drop off here, you're gonna do something like this again. Okay. The walls in my room. Yeah. Obviously live in the walls. We're actually gonna have you jump up to the another structure that's up here. Just some variety. And they're gonna have you go here. Yeah, there's gonna be a double spike too. I think this works. All right. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, so I'm gonna have you go here. Okay, no. You're actually gonna fall down. Do a single spike. So you're gonna have to do a single spike, then a triple spike, because I feel like buffing the levels for no reason. Then you just have to do a simple 2 spike into a wall that's 2 blocks tall. Just to feel like normal draw. That's like basically the draw part, but just buffed. My thoughts on Amethyst. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. 2 top 1s verified in a day is really cool. I definitely think Amethyst is the harder of the two, but you know, I can't judge because I am nowhere near the skill level to be either of them. I mean, come on, my hardest is Acu, but like, I think it's really cool. Amethyst does look a lot harder though. Remove that back, and then so you just have to. Where's it? There it is. Now you have to just climb up these fast now, like the normal dry out. Is this actually possible though? Bam, bam. No, it's not. There you go. Wait, is it possible though to raise it up one? I want to see if I can do that. All right, no, obviously I can't. All right, that should be possible. Right, you're gonna have to go up 2 of these. So you're gonna stop holding here. You're gonna go down. You're gonna have to do the stupid base after base thing for some. Or is that the poltergeist? Either way, thing. A really stupid looking. Oh, I think you have to make them further. Oh yeah. And then it's gonna drop you down after you. Then it's gonna drop you down a lot faster. Or then it's gonna go black like the normal level. Right, so the break after here, you gotta go the upside down part. There we go. What am I doing? I'm remaking dry out. This is what it looks like so far. Yeah, there's triple spikes. It's just buff dry out and then different gameplay. Okay, you gotta make sure not to click there because I'm retarded. It looks good. It's okay, I guess. I could make better. I might decorate it. I'm not sure though. Yeah, that's all I have right now. No, it's Sunday. Yeah, it is. I think Mr. Pentumra is like a little ahead though. I really think it's interesting what Drow does with the ground when it gets to the dun 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 dun, like that part. It's really interesting because it has the ground, but it's not like decorated at all. I'm probably just used to seeing the actual decorated levels, but so it just simply has like kind of that kind of structuring. Now I might build upon that. I'm still gonna do that, but I'm gonna make it look a bit better. I'm gonna make it more having look like a more of a modern level. I mean, not that it's gonna be decorated or anything, but I mean, in the way that there's gonna be some extra details that you can still do in 1.0, because I still want this to be a 1.0 level. All right, I keep forgetting it turns green here for some reason. Whatever reason, it just turns green. Green. There's like this green. Oh no, that's the way it needs to be way lighter green. The very dark green. Now that's too bright. I'm thinking a bit more yellow, like that. That's the color. Yeah, almost a little bit more that way and a little darker. That's the color I'm going. All right. Wow, that's a very long section. Okay. I have to basically copy and paste the entire thing multiple times. All right. Honestly, it's good. I get to make more gameplay with it. All right, so it's gonna end about here. So it's gonna end with the same thing. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some of these blocks like all like over here. You know, it gives it a bit more detail. It just looks a lot more. I think it looks really good. You say 1.0, but you're using like pink orbs. I said 1.0 style, not 1.0 gameplay. There's a difference between a 1.0 style level slash layout and 1.0 gameplay. Like, obviously, I can't make a 1.0 gameplay. Like, I'm trying to make dry up, but there's some modern elements to it. Like, obviously, like this kind of custom ground I made. That's a problem. I'm gonna do that then, just to fix it. That fixes everything. All right, how does it go about doing? Oh, okay, that just looks ugly. Okay, but whatever. The level wanted me to do it. I'm gonna do it. It's gonna give you a chance first, so it's gonna be just the same thing that like, but I'm gonna have spikes just so it looks unnecessarily more difficult. Gonna be two of them, just like how the level does itself. I might buff it a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna actually buff it very slightly, very slight buffs. So do that. All right, so This part teaches you about like about control, like when you're like holding and not. This is a very good part in dry out. All right, so I'm gonna add like a structure, so you have to jump in after. It's gonna be kind of a higher structure too. It's gonna be like there, and you have to. This is gonna be tall structuring too, so you have to jump all the way to here. And guess what? There's spikes in here, because why not? I'm gonna put a blue orb, actually a green orb. Yeah, you just gotta make it so you gotta put some modern elements. So clearly, you're gonna have to do some things. I want to do something here with some structuring. Gonna be that. Maybe just that. Yeah, that should work. That should be possible. I should buff dry out to like an extreme demon. Vortrox has did that 7 times already, so you know it wouldn't work. Ooh, thing with green orbs, they're very buggy. Ooh, okay. You know, spikes solve everything. Just add more spikes. Alright, so there you go. Just gotta put the spike so like you know that you have to jump pretty early. That should work. Is that is that flipped? That should not be flipped. What the hell was I thinking? There's the Durder mind coming to life. Let me just look at normal drag. For some reason it goes blue. Okay, so it turns blue. So I'm gonna have it turn yellow, actually. And it's gonna turn green again. Let's see, that should be good. Alright. Okay, so now it's like gets a little bit chaotic of gameplay. I'm gonna change that and put a triple spike here, because why not? Alright, there you go. Yes, you're actually gonna have to hold a lot longer here, so you're gonna have to hold 4 blocks. Yeah, 4 of the pillars you're gonna have to hold. You know, I feel like I'm gonna put a orb here, because why not? Okay, obviously that needs to be a bit easier, because Jesus, that's actually really hard for a dry out level. Not trying to make this an extreme demon or a 9-star or something. This is supposed to be a nice, easy dry remake. Like, maybe 4 stars at most. Okay, that's a problem. And I just fixed it. So you actually, if you jump there, bam, you're dead. You're just dead if you jump there. I decided that's the case. I gotta add more of these structures, these like 2 spikes, because those are everywhere in dry out. You're just gonna see these randomly in the level. We're making dry out, yep. So if you jump here, you die. If you jump here, you also die. You know, I don't think I know. Yeah, if you jump there, you die. Okay, I don't want this to be a super late click, though, so... I should just be copying and pasting them, but, like, I'm me, so efficiency is illegal. I keep forgetting to add those, though. 2, 3. This gets the full one. Why is this like... Okay, I'm gonna... Steps. So it at least covers 1 full block. Fan game? No, this is just regular GD. Okay, that should be good. Okay, I should not be able to... I should not be failing on, like, 4-star gameplay. Okay, I wonder what happens if you buffer right there. Can you buffer there? I hope... I want it to be able to... You can buffer. Flip gravity. Okay, you can't buffer. You know, I think that's for the best, though. And just in case, I'll move this, like, a few half steps. There you go. I'm gonna have some of the paths. There it is. I want to do something funny, like randomly put top 10 gameplay, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm just gonna leave that too. Amethyst and TS2 got verified. I know. I think Amethyst is harder. I think it's cool if it'd be cool if I just did that. And it goes back to there. Because I can't just not put some technical gameplay. What is this? A dry out remake? A really bad dry out remake? And then it's about the ending of it. It's gonna drop here. You have to go here, you just die to the pillar up here. There you go. I'm actually gonna rotate that a bit. Okay, let me look at what's after this. So immediately the background changes red here. Like back to the original red. So we're just gonna do that. Alright, let me get my mouse out because my mouse is stuck. There you go. So it immediately throws you with a double spike that we're gonna make into a triple. Then a double spike. This is kind of like slightly buffed and slightly different dry out. Alright, so what it has you do is it has you go up 3 pillars, but I'm gonna make it like I'm gonna have you click an orb because I feel like this level needs a lot more orbs. Obviously gonna have the same thing though, but it's gonna have you drop down to an orb, and the same kind of structuring it does with some of the orbs. I think it might be cool if I did something like this, but I'm not going to because I'm gonna get killed. I'm actually gonna do something like that though. I'm just gonna do that even though this is nowhere in the actual level, just to piss people off. And you have to jump to the next one. Random top 10 gameplay, let's go. I love random top 10 gameplay for no reason in a dry out remake. What language are you speaking, bro? Speak English, not Angerish. Don't speak Angerish, speak English. There you go. Might as well just make this actually dangerous and put a spike here just to make it harder because you know. Okay, so there you go. Okay, maybe that's a little hard for a dry out remake, but I don't care. You know, I just feel like putting a random easy section because I hate people, so yeah, this is just the 3 spikes, I guess. It doesn't even sink. Oh my god, I'm cooked. There you go, that works. I'm actually gonna move my start position here. And we're gonna bring back the the thing. Yeah, the thing. Doesn't even have a name, it's just the thing now. Because I said so. Actually, I'm gonna have it like bounce pad you to it. You're gonna be bounce padded. Okay, obviously it can't do. That should work now. I'm also gonna delete this one, and if you jump, you die. Because because I said so. Now there's a timing. Oh my god, crazy. This level already has like 3 times the pads as dry out. Hey, what? No, you won't. That's never happening. Alright, let's see how this plays the entire level. My shitty remake of dry out. There you go. Alright, so far that's what I have. Honestly, this is not that bad. Alright, let's just change the song right here. Because I feel like it. It's something more like peaceful, you know? Yeah, this seems normal. Alright, let's see. 20,000 should be good. 30,000. That's so stupid. There's no. Okay, I'm gonna put it at 63,000. Alright, now let's just completely ruin this. Because I felt like it. You know, this is just normal gameplay. I'm making the most normal gameplay, chat. Trust. On God. On God, this is normal. This is literally just the average grief gameplay. Yeah, this is doable. You know, like everyone can do this. What's my opinion on silent club step? Oh, it's ass. So wave 3 times speed. You know, everyone can do that, right? You know, if you can't do it, you're just bad at the game. Uh, uh yeah, because this is normal gameplay. This is normal. Okay, anyways, let's just pretend that didn't. This never existed, okay? This makes so much sense now. You know, there's just gonna be a club set monster. Because, yes, you gotta like counter to the club step monsters out there. Yep, club step monster. You know, let's just put Fitzgerald in here because why not? You know, we're already making a club step monster, so let's just Fitzgerald. Yeah, Fitzgerald. I think Fitzgerald have a blue eye. Now, I might as well turn ignore damage off. Okay, I'm gonna move this like here. No, I got a triple Skype. Did I just say Skype? I'm retarded. I'm sorry. I have Durger syndrome. Okay, so it's gonna. Pretty sure right there's a ship part. Yeah, there's a ship part. The most wide open, easy ship part you've ever seen. We're obviously gonna change that. There's gonna be some more mix of game modes. Alright. I forgot to change the background color. The brightest green you've ever seen. That's a start position, not a color trigger. Also forgot it needs to be. Ooh, that's too bright. That's good. So first off, we're gonna start by putting spike structures. These are gonna be like big boy spike structures too. It's bigger than mine. And all we need is one of those. There, we have our structures. You have to fly about around these. So, and you know, you could go here for a coin if you want. Obviously, gonna this entire thing is why not? Objects, yay! So, this might be a little hard, but okay, right here, if you go like here, there's a coin. Because I forgot that there's coins in Tryout. Genuinely, some of the most forgettable coins are in this. And we're also going to nerf this one. So over here, there's going to be two structures, like, and you have to like kind of straight fly through them, except it's not actual straight fly. Okay, let me just nerf this a bit. Yeah, this is the structure now. Yeah, you have to just fly through two. That's perfect. This isn't a level request stream. I'm sorry. I could possibly do level requests in a bit, but I do not feel like doing that right now. You know, respect if you end up going this route. I don't think that route's even possible. I kind of feel like making structures with like slopes, they don't directly kill you, but they mess you. They could mess you up a lot. If you go up too much, they can kill you. Like, I really like that idea. So yeah, these are the obstacles now. You have to avoid them. Because, well, you don't have to, but like, you know, they can kill you easily. You know, I think it'd be a good test of like ship control. Except that one. That one's just pure evil. Yeah, this one would be nerfed a bit. Okay, never mind. I'm scratching that entire idea. That idea is stupid anyways. Okay, so... I'm gonna have, like... I'll have these. Yeah, these will be the structures now that you have to avoid. Because, you know, I'm all for really stupid structuring. I love stupid structuring. And, you know, inside of there also has to be really stupid structuring, because why not? It's more menacing if there's spikes inside of every structure. Yeah, this is a very normal structure. Guys, it's friendly. It's just a bunch of slopes. You know, it's not going to kill you. You just have to get through, like, 3 of these. In the middle of here, just going to put an upside-down portal because I hate people. Alright, that should be good for this part. I feel like No, I'm not gonna put a ball part. That's evil. I'll put a UFO part because it feel, you still get the feel of normal GD. It's just ball does not feel like you'd find that in drought. UFO, I could see myself finding that in a drought remake and being like, okay. Ball just doesn't feel like it because UFO feels like ship. And I've custom skins. So over here has to be harder though. I'm gonna bring these back, but like with only the first 4 squares filled in, kind of like a normal drought. So yeah, these boys. This one time it's UFO, and you have to be a lot more precise. Ooh, maybe that's a bit too precise. Yeah, I think I just made this into a top 10 extreme demon on accident. That's great. I love top 10 extreme demons. Okay, I think I like that path you have to take. We're just physically not able to take this path now. Also, this is being overheared. Yeah, this is being broadened overheared. Also, these spikes are being taken away. So, where is the top of it? So there is actually no difference in the top. I think it'd be a good idea, though, to have you have some kind of upside down portal, so where you have to click just once to go past it. Then you just have to click twice for good measure. And of course, you have to have these spikes down on every single structure imaginable, because why not? Yay, cancer structuring. Woohoo. The more cancerous, the better, guys. Everyone says that, you know. I might have the part of that one part on deadlocked where you have to go through here. And then it'll just fade out here. So now you have to go into here. Because transitioning. Wait, no, not that kind. Just into a cube portal. There you go. There, that's the end of this part. I'm gonna nerf this very slightly. And obviously that is way too hard. I'm gonna remove these spikes from here. Yeah, that still does not work. Okay. Pretty sure. What color does it turn? It just fades to like a more bluish color. All right, that's fair. Give it 3 seconds to fade into a blue. This color. And then this part just fades to pink. I'm pretty sure that's what the ending dry looks like. So it goes to pink. That's a purple. Like that. But then right after, it also very, very, very slowly turns to like this shade. Until after 5 seconds. Also needs to be bluer. Like that color should do it. And I think this should wait a little longer. That should be good. B. High indeed. Yeah, definitely. I am remaking dry out. So you're not really missing anything, so actually happening. It's just dry. I'm like basically at the ending. So you missed the entirety of remaking dry out actually. Okay. Let me look how the ending plays. So it actually goes like straight. It throws you into the gameplay. You're gonna go through from here. You're gonna have 3 blocks. It's actually more than the normal dry out, even though this is buffed. So you're gonna have to go through here. Orb. So you're gonna have to, I guess, pass that. Because why not? That. Let's see how that plays. Alright, let's see how this plays so far. This is probably the hardest part of the level. This is like dry up. It's just like if it was a hard 6-star. Alright, so you're gonna have to. So in dry out, they have these structures on top for no reason, just because structuring. So they're gonna have that again. Ooh, I don't think I should do that. That makes it a little bit hard. Alright. This looks fun. Yeah, this looks so fun to play, guys. Ooh. Fitzgerald. It's just supposed to be Rob Top style level. Like, I was trying to make something that Rob Top would make. Alright, so you have that. You have the spike up here. The complement. It comes free with your purchase of Dry Out. Yeah, I should probably put a start position so I don't have to do the gameplay every single time. I just realized I should probably change the background color. Or the ground color. It looks really ugly. I don't think it matters for there. For here, definitely. Right there. Yeah, like that. And then I'll just like, after I finish the gameplay, I'll just go over it, like tweak some things. Gotta have another triple spike. There's like 3 triple spikes in this entire level. Alright, so then you're gonna have to throw in, you're gonna get thrown into this part for some reason, the weird looking part. This is what the part's called, the weird looking part. All right, so you got this. Yeah, you're gonna have to do bum, bum, bum. This is definitely something you would see in dry out. 100%. Alright, so now you're gonna be launched up into something. There's a lot more pads than I did not mean to do that. What the hell is this structuring? What did I do? Stereo Madness? Maybe. What do you mean Stereo Madness? This is just a remake of Dry Out. Actually, I'm gonna put this here just for the sake of structuring. Oh. Alright, so you're gonna have a little bit of more room though. You're gonna have the that. And this one, 3, bam, shutting out. 1, 2, bam. Well, 3, bam. I'm gonna have like the polar guys thing right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But this time it's not cheesable because there's 5. Alright, now you start from here. Be another triple spike in this part. This is like the second triple spike in this part. If you want to beat this level, you have to earn it, you know. In fact, Dryad has 2 orbs. Yep. This has like 5. Alright. So now you this for the final part, you have to just it's simple. You just go up 3 of these. Yeah, just this is the simple part. This is like the easy part after like, you already do all the gameplay. You just have to jump right here just to avoid this pillar though. Because if you don't, you die. And there you go, you beat the level. Wow, woohoo, yay. Give yourself a pat on the back, I guess, or something. Whatever you want to do. It's actually optional. There you go. Yep, that's the end of the level. Yeah, that gameplay just does not work for some. Right there. That should be good. There you go. That is the end of Dryout. Great. This is Wet In. Yeah, this is what it's gonna be. It's gonna be called Wet In. I'm just gonna make some final tweaks to the level. Like, just very, very, like, custom thing. Because I want the level to feel more like a 1.0 level, so. Bam, bam. Random spikes fall. Yada yada. I'll just do a little tweak. I still want this to feel like draft. That stays normal. Alright, this part, it's a given. There's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4. There's gonna be 4 spike things. Alright, let me just make this entire thing not cheesable too. So this is like my creating process. I make the layout first, then I make it like fix a bunch of stuff. Then I decorate it, but I'm not decorating this. Not a decorating level. It's just gonna be 1.0 style. So like, you know, I guess technically there's some decoration, but it's not actual decoration. You know, normal stuff you'd see in a 1.0 level. Like there's these ground spikes specifically. Writing change to the floating spike things. I will. That is what my plan. I've already done that with some of them. I just some to some like some here. I definitely this part is so bad. This part looks like shit. What happens when you let an idiot make a level and who forgets to structure anything? This is peak. This is some interesting peak. Okay, now this doesn't look like slop. This looks like okay slop. Yeah, this is just slop that is playable now. I don't think that's possible. I'm gonna leave it like just in case. Can never be too safe. Why do I? It's so funny that I just have Fitzgerald. You allowed your non-GD friends to play a level. Yo, wait, that's actually a peak video idea, even though every single YouTuber in existence has already done that. But whatever. Okay, so this part I don't need to structure that much. I just need to finish structuring this. Okay, so as you see, like over here, I've done a lot more. We go back to this part though. I want to add a coin. Let me just go. Only start position. And then delete all right. Select all right of it. Delete. So this should be the start position I start at. Yeah. You're gonna have to drop down just like the normal dry out. Let me just make the floor real quick. None. So we got the floor of dry out. You have to just do the normal dry out stuff, I guess. Obviously, this part is not possible if I have that, so these are gone. Now you only have to do 2 of these. So there's like gonna be an entire other level here. It's not just gonna be some cheap remake, you know, like it's not gonna be like the normal dry out does, clearly. It's gonna be its own thing. So you're gonna have to base the classic first blind jump. Now you're gonna have to do a triple. Because we really don't want you doing this like at all. This is a triple. Let me just make it so it's actually possible to get up here though. And it's gonna be slightly nerve triple. Like right there should be good. Now there's a pink orb. You get no, you just have to get to here. This is the final obstacle you need to make it through. You can't obviously you can't just jump through here. You have to use the pink orb. And yeah, that's the coin. That is the entire coin. Coin is and you only get the coin until right here. You only get the coin right here. And you have to drop down at the first one. Let's make sure this coin's like actually doable though. I want to make. How do I make indication? I'm gonna have like some arrows, like very subtle arrows. Actually, what's in my pinned objects? My pinned objects are. Yeah, just got the wave. The wave is pointing you down. It's gonna have like it's gonna be the only object of the group. It's gonna color trigger. Oh no, not the color trigger. The entire so there's gonna be alpha trigger, and the alpha trigger is gonna be like at 2 opacity. So 1 or 1, like 20. That's so subtle. That's funny. It's just like a subtle arrow pointing to go down. Do you know that there's a coin or something's down there? You're gonna do a thing? Alright. A2 level Skylar grade Princess Fiona. What does alpha even mean? An alpha trigger? I don't know. Friggin' know. Maybe that triple is a little hard. I don't know. I'm gonna give you a little bit more room to jump just cause I'm such a nice guy. Why does that work? I don't have indoor damage on, as you can see. Does that kill you normally? Okay, yeah, that does kill you normally. So you're just gonna have to do a little thingy thing. Yeah, you're actually nah. You have to do you have to do a thing with the pad up this, and there's gonna be a pad right here, and it just barely gets you to safety. Let's see, is that possible? That works. That works. Yeah, that works. That works. Yeah, it's better than what I had before. Why does that work? It's just gonna be an extension of that. That's yeah, okay. It looks so stupid, but I'm keeping it because why not? Alright, now let me put a bunch of these now. The things that are normal dry out. Obviously, we don't want you jumping here, so there's gonna be that. Alright. So as for what you're saying, I used the wrong one here. I am retarded. Okay, so I'm gonna use these chains. Let me just copy and paste these because usually they're in groups of 2. So I'm just gonna copy and paste 2. Alright, I did not structure this part though. What I meant to say is I didn't put now those ground spikes. Now they have the things. This looks so peak. You know, this honestly doesn't look that bad to play through. Okay, so here there's gonna be some. I hate how that's like awkwardly spaced out though. Okay, let me re-snap that to the grid though. There, now it's snapped. I don't think I need to do anything there because it's just already kind of messed up. They always have the same exact thing, so it's not. I could just copy paste both of them and I'd be fine. Like this, I can just reverse. And oh my god, it magically just works. So here, obviously, I don't need to do anything. I do need to add the second coin, though. Okay. Okay. There you go. Okay. So that works. This works. Let me find the place to put the second coin. Okay, I think I have an idea. So if you jump here, it looks like it will kill you, but it won't. And the coin will be there. You know, just like the normal one. Let's see. Let's see if that actually works though, because your GD name is. I don't care what your GD name is. Okay, so obviously can't do that normally. The way to build time it. There we go. All right, 3 coins. Let's verify this. Let's verify TS. Oh, Turtle sent me something. Let me delete all star positions now. All right, so the dry out remake is done. All right, let me look at this. What this guy's trying to text me. Okay. 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 Let's verify this. Let's verify this thing. Oh, I forgot to do some stuff. I have to do some stuff. Like, all right, I'm just gonna at least let this attempt go. All right. I forgot to do one very, very, very important thing in every single 1.0 level. I forgot these. There you go. All right, there you go. So I can use these for almost all of them, which is nice. So I'm gonna put like every single one of these has a. It's like a thing with 1.0 levels. Here, I didn't need to do anything. I don't care about the art. All right, that looks better. Now I gotta do here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Bam, bam. I gotta do it here too. 1, 2, 1, 2. Bam, bam, bam. That works. Touch how you said they're idiots. Where are the pulse rods? This is the 1.0 thing. I do need to put pulse rods. Thank you for reminding that, Turtle. You probably just saved this. Oh, and I gotta finish the structuring here. I didn't finish it completely. All right, pulse rods. Thank you so much. I completely blew over the pulse rods. Most people forget about the pulse rods. So pulse rod, pulse rod, pulse rod, pulse rod, pulse rod, pulse rod. These are the jump minigators. Actually, they have the pulse rods bot on the bottom for some reason here. There you go. So pulse rod, pulse rod, pulse rod. No. Pulse rod, pulse rod, pulse rod, rod. I don't think anything needs to go here. I'll put one here though. One there. One here and here. One in each one of these. Bam, bam, bam. Oh shit, this part's cheesable. Not anymore. By the way, you can just talk and chat. Yeah, chat. Turtle said you guys were idiots. I agree, but like, uh, you should like prove him wrong or something. That's what you're gonna do. Okay, so nothing needs to go here. It's a ship part. Here, here. My very sloppy work. You're smart. Zara, because it makes a noise. So I can do this and it really annoy. It is. Professional annoying. All right, there you go. That's all. All right. Oh, he's here. I think you're like the only one here though. This is a ghost town right now. Let me see. Yeah, you are the only one here in this ghost town. I love how awkward this gameplay this is. All right. So I got 49 first try. I don't think this is accurate laying though. Oh, okay. You don't click there. I'm stupid. Wait, is that even possible though? Yes, it is. Okay, we're good. The ground is always slightly darker. Oh, it just, I don't know. I don't think it really matters though. Oh my god, that triple spike. I should not be dying to triple spikes. Michigan. Thank you. I missed the coin. I'm retarded. All right, well, I have to get the second. All right, whatever. Try to work wouldn't be smart. All right, whatever. I'm just get the second coin. I just gotta beat it one more time. It's fine. It's not like it's a top 1 extreme demon. This is just a 4-star probably. I think I did. This is a pretty good remake, honestly. Feels like I think it's only took like 30 minutes. I'm not sure though. Okay, whatever. Yeah, I technically just beat it. I already beat it. Sure. 6-star. On dry. On. Whoa. Yeah, 12 year. Shut up. Yes, I did complete it. You didn't see anything, chat. You did not see anything, guys. Okay, anyways. 12 year. Turtle, 2 top 1s were verified to either today or yes. I think yesterday 2 top 1s were verified it. You beat it? I just released it. Alright, it's map. Actually, I'm gonna torture myself. Wish me luck. This level's terrible. I don't like memory. Why is the end screen like half of the level? I hate my life. Voice chat requests, fine. Hello? Hello? I have like Steam chat muted or something. I cannot hear. Obviously because I'm deaf, but like, yeah. I might have just put it the wrong audio device. Hold on. It will launch chat. Hello? That should be better. B. I don't know. Why was he trying to? Anyways. Map packs. You know, Subway isn't too bad. It's cool concept, just terrible execution. Why did I do that? Okay, I hate my life. Hola.
Hola.
Soy Dora. I'm gonna end stream.
Yeah, you should. No one's watching anyway.
Yeah. You liked the thumbnail?
Yeah.
It was just a
I was
random.
watching.
I wasn't streaming